For 2013 University of South Carolina graduate Cheslie Kryst, this is a homecoming event she'd never imagined while as an undergraduate, returning to her alma mater as the reigning Miss USA.
Thank you. I want you all to know, even though I travel all across the USA, I will always bleed garnet and black.
For Cheslie, actual homecomings are a lot less glamorous and a lot less frequent, a fact that she vlogs about as part of her reign.
Hey, I made it home.
We caught up with Cheslie and her mom, April SIMPKINS, during the preliminary events for Miss North Carolina and Miss North Carolina Teen USA pageants in High Point. And it's clear these two draw inspiration from each other.
Every time I come to North Carolina when I'm at events like this, like my mom's with me.
In fact, Cheslie says it was her mother who inspired her to enter pageants in the first place.
When I was 10 or 11 years old, she won the title of Mrs. North Carolina US 2002. She's the second black woman to hold that title, and I remember me and all my siblings and my dad being there when she won.
You know, it's funny, I wasn't a pageant person.
SIMPKINS, who is a mother of 6, says she entered the Mrs. North Carolina US pageant because it presented an opportunity to advocate for an issue close to her heart, which is increased parental involvement in education.
And even with running a business and taking care of home and husband, I still found time to volunteer in my kids' schools, and I know that that makes a huge difference in their academic success.
Cheslie's successes include pageant wins from as far back as high school, excelling as a Division I track and field athlete in college, earning an MBA and law degree from Wake Forest University. She is now licensed to practice in both Carolinas, and just like her mom, this beauty queen uses her platform to advocate for issues important to her.
The justice system affects minorities and impoverished people very differently than it affects other people. And I wanted to do something to help.
To help those unjustly imprisoned, Cheslie volunteered with a team of other lawyers on the Buried Alive project. This summer, they successfully advocated for the release of Alfred Rivera, a Winston-Salem man sentenced to life in prison 18 years ago.
He didn't deserve to spend that much time in prison for a low-level drug crime. He had important moments of his life stolen. He was released just about a month and a half after his daughter's high school graduation. He'll never get to see that. That's not a moment he'll ever get back.
Some say it was Cheslie's passion for justice that helped her stand out from the other 50 Miss USA contestants.
Have these movements gone too far?
I don't think these movements have gone too far. What Me Too and Time's Up are about are making sure that we foster safe and inclusive workplaces in our country. As an attorney, that's exactly what I want to hear, and that's exactly what I want for this country. I think they're good movements.
The first woman to make it to the top 3 is North Carolina.
At that moment, my husband and I looked at each other and were like, I can't breathe. I literally cannot breathe. And then it was 2, and she stood there. And honestly, that was forever.
And now, Miss USA 2019 is North Carolina.
I will never forget that moment. Even now, when I see it replayed on television, that final moment, I get goosebumps.
Cheslie immediately began a new whirlwind life based in New York City.
We just wrapped up the first day here in Brazil.
One that has taken her across the globe to promote children's charities, allowed her to rub elbows with the rich and famous, and serve as a role model to others. And despite it all, her mom says the crown hasn't changed her a bit.
She is the same person. She's the same person before the pageant as she is now. It didn't change her. It really, as I said, amplified her.
SIMPKINS says her daughter is everything you'd want in a Miss USA. She has beauty, brains, and more importantly, she has the desire to make a difference in the lives of others. For Carolina Impact, I'm Johanne Davis reporting.